Hi, I'm Tiffany of A Crafting Alley, and I'm designing for 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop. In this video, I'm showing you how to make this fun, interactive 70th birthday spinner card from a file I designed. Here's the cardstock used, mostly by Encore. I used the brushed gold matte foil, the silver matte foil, the black velvet glitter luxe, Nina Classic Crest solar white, and not shown here, but I also used Lesebo's pitch black for the sentiment. Here you see I already cut out all my pieces using my electronic cutting machine. I used my Cricut this time, but you can use any electronic die cutting machine you have. And you'll see me thinking here whether I wanted to use foam or some liquid glue. And of course I chose foam because I love me some dimension. So you see me, I even use my scraps. These are scraps left over from some foam squares that I used up, so I am using that. And you'll see me use my other foam dots in the corners where I ran out of the leftover scrap pieces. And you'll see me here do a little trick after I pull up the little backings off the foam dot. Sometimes I like to just bend a little bit of the backing of the foam tape and leave some to where it's not sticky, so when you put it down on your card base it gives you a little wiggle room and it's not super sticky, and if you have it crooked it gives you time to move it around. And then you just pull off the little strips back of the backing as you see me doing here. So that came out pretty, and that cardstock cut out so well. Even though it's a lot of glitter, it cut out really pretty. Here you see me grabbing my 70th sentiment that I cut out of that Lesebo pitch black cardstock, and I'm using little dabs of glue. You don't want to put too much glue on it because you don't want a whole bunch of excess glue on that pretty matte silver cardstock. So you'll see me dabbing some up here, because what'll happen is sometimes it'll dry on that matte foil cardstock and kind of make it a little dull looking, so you don't want to put too much glue. So I did my other 70th and glue those down. And then next I am going to add my happy birthday pieces, and these cut out super well with that cardstock. Even though the sentiments are super tiny, you just want to make sure you have a nice sticky mat and a nice blade that's pretty sharp. And I love my reverse tweezers, y'all. I have a couple of pairs. It's so helpful for me to just hold my tiny pieces when my fingers aren't in the way, and I can just center it and place it down easier. Again, not too much glue because you don't want on that pretty silver matte cardstock to have too much excess glue and dull up that cardstock. So you see me dabbing it here, and then I kind of shift my letters around, kind of straighten them up a little bit, and grab the other pieces and glue it down. Y'all, I started designing these where all my letters was connected after this. So you won't get that from me on many of my designs anymore. And it's the little tittle of the eye, and kind of struggled with it a little bit, but it worked out fine. Again, those reverse tweezers come in handy, and I'm scraping some of the excess glue off. So then you're going to see me put this piece to the side, and I'm going to set my stamping blocks on top to apply some weight so they glue down some. Then I'm grabbing my black foam dots. I kind of wish I'd have used my white foam dots for this. I don't know why I use black, but anywho, I chose some dimension. You don't have to use foam tape or dots here either. You could just glue it down with your liquid glue or tape runner. But y'all know I like me some dimension. So I'm adding my foam dots to this piece as well and sticking it on top of that pretty brushed textured gold matte foil cardstock. It's so pretty. I love it. I have to order some more, and I have to look and see what other colors that texture come in, because I really do like it. here you see me grabbing, we're using fishing twine because it's kind of clear and it gives it kind of that effect that your twirly piece, whatever it is, like the balloon in this case, is kind of floating in the air. So after I measured it and cut it to that a good excess length, you'll see me grab this double-sided tape and center the fishing twine in the center of my balloon and put the tape on top of it. This kind of makes both sides be sticky. And then I'll use my liquid glue so I have more adhesion for both of the balloons and stick them together. So this gives you a fun double-sided spinner piece for the center of your card. Adding some weight with my blocks again for a little second, and I'm grabbing my double-sided tape again and grabbing the twine pieces, and we're gonna tape it down until we can glue them down. This kind of just gives you time to center everything the best you can, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but you would just want to try and center it the best you can in the middle of the circle. And I'm struggling with this tape, y'all, because the glitter is kind of hard to stick on the glitter paper, but that cardstock is so pretty. So here I tape it down, and then I'm gonna grab my other piece. See how I'm centering it, and you're gonna cut off the excess fishing twine. Then of course I'm gonna add some foam tape for dimension. Here's where I kind of wish I'd have used some black foam tape, but I like this foam tape because it's super sticky. It's from the Dollar Tree and it's super sticky, and it'll be good for this glitter cardstock, which is hard to adhere things to. So I am adding 3 layers of it because I want to make sure that my twine pieces don't shift once we get to the end of the card, and you'll see what we have to do to make it spin. You don't want it shifting. So after I pull off my backings of my foam tape, you'll see me add liquid glue because I want it to be extra sticky because of that glitter cardstock. And when you set it down, you want to make sure you center it well. You want to have some black around the center of the circle and around the edges of your card. So making sure that's down well. Give it some time to stick and glue down. While that's gluing down some, I am going to grab my VersaFine ink and my personalized stamp set and stamp the back of my cards like I always do. And clean off my stamp block and put it back. So now we're gonna test out, oh I forgot, I did want to get this excess glue off. So I just gently dabbed with my glue eraser and got some of that off. It was kind of bothering me because I want that pretty shiny matte foil cardstock to show with no glue residue. To the best of my ability. Scrape that off, and there you have it. Cute. And I grabbed my bone folder and made my little crease better so that it'll fold better, because that is some thick cardstock, but it's great for card bases. So you spin it, you see it here spinning, and when you close it, they take it out the envelope, open it up, and it spins. So fun, you guys. I love it. I hope y'all like it and give it a try. You see me here spinning it again, making sure it fits well in the envelope. It's a lot of foam tape, but it fits. I get it in there and it spins, y'all. And when after you take it out, you can actually write your sentiment on the inside behind the balloon if you don't want your writing to show, or you can just write all over it and don't care if you see your sentiment in the inside. But so don't forget to subscribe to 12 by 12 Cardstock Shop for more great tutorials like this one. And thanks y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and like and subscribe. Bye.